Developing a completely new drug from scratch can cost millions, if not billions of pounds. It's hugely expensive. This is really because of the time it takes to go from no chemical to a new treatment, the specialist equipment and expertise that's required. If you add this into a rare condition, things get even harder. In a rare disease, there are very, very few patients, and this means when you finally have a drug in place, there are few people to sell that drug to, so it's hard to recoup your investment. What this means is there are thousands, if not millions, of patients out there with no cure and no hope of ever receiving a cure. Drug repurposing is like recycling. It's taking a drug that's already available on the market today and doing research to ensure that it can be used effectively for a completely new condition. What's really exciting about repurposing is that it allows you to use knowledge that you already have and evidence you already have to speed up the process of drug development. This makes things quicker, obviously, but it also makes things much cheaper, and this means it has the potential to deliver treatments to patients more quickly, more cheaply, and perfectly well for rare conditions. Aspirin obviously can help treat a headache, but also it's been shown to be very effective at lowering blood pressure, and many people take it daily for this purpose. It's also under research to treat many cancers. This is a fantastic example of drug repurposing with a really low-cost medicine. This is the approach we'd like to use to help treat a new rare condition called MCDS.
MCDS, or metaphyseal chondrodysplasia type Schmidt, is a rare inherited bone condition that tends to cause short stature, but more importantly for most patients with this condition also leads to pain and long bone bowing, which can cause problems with mobility. I've seen patients in my clinic with MCDS for about the past 25 years, and the difficulty that we've had is that whilst there are surgical treatments which are helpful in dealing with long bone bowing, we don't have any treatments which help prevent the symptoms before they become very problematical for people.
We've developed genetic models of MCDS in both cells and mice, and we've been looking at potential drugs that may help alleviate the bone malformation that is caused by this disease. We're able to demonstrate that a off-patent drug, carbamazepine, which was originally developed for epilepsy in the 1960s, was able to alleviate some of the cell pathology that we see with MCDS, and in a mouse model it was able to restore long bone growth. More importantly, it was able to correct the malformations that is caused by this condition. Through an EU-funded international consortium, we are running the first clinical trial for the use of carbamazepine in metaphyseal chondrodysplasia type Schmidt to determine if it alleviates the bone malformation and the significant pain that these patients suffer.
We aim to recruit 40 patients from the UK, France, Germany, Belgium, Italy and Australia, and we hope that we'll be able to get enough information from that number of patients to help us to understand whether carbamazepine is a useful therapy for patients with MCDS. If we were trying to identify a new drug, that number of patients would not be sufficient to give us that information, but we hope that drug repurposing will allow us to gain the information we need to help reduce the symptoms that people with MCDS have, particularly their pain and difficulty with mobility.
If you want to learn more about drug repurposing or MCDS therapy, then visit our website at www.mcds-therapy.eu.